Developing this evening, a federal jury has found the COO of Global Aquaponics guilty of fraud and aiding and abetting. The state said Burns scammed investors out of tens of thousands of dollars, and the jury agreed. Our KELOLAND News investigation first broke the story of the phony fish farm in 2017. Angela Kennecke joins us with what happened in court as the case went to the jury.
The jury deliberated for just under 4 hours before finding Tim Burns guilty on all 5 counts. In court, the federal government laid out their case that Burns was in on it with Tobias Reitzman, the man who came up with the Global Aquaponics scheme. Burns claimed he was the largest investor who was also a victim in the scam. In closing arguments, the federal prosecutors showed the jury evidence where Burns had deposited investor checks into an account for the Global Aquaponics project and then transferred the money to his own business accounts. Investigators showed it was used to pay off payday loans, credit cards, business vendors, and that some of the money was personally withdrawn by Burns. Prosecutors say Burns viewed the account as his own cookie jar, and this was greed that happened over and over again. 2 men selling investments in the project testified that Burns gave them false information to tell investors. On Friday, Burns testified that he believed everything he told investors and expected the project to be successful. In closing arguments, his attorney told the jury that people in Ponzi schemes don't have any skin in the game, but that Burns had put in nearly $500,000 for the project and just made the same mistake as other investors. Attorney Mike Butler said in hindsight, Burns shouldn't have transferred investor money out of the account for other uses, but he never intended to defraud people. Butler also tried to poke holes in the FBI's investigation into Global Aquaponics and said that Tobias Reitzman had never implicated Tim Burns. Butler asked the jury a rhetorical question. Did you hear Reitzman testify? I sure wasn't stopping him. Again, Tim Burns has been found guilty on all counts. He will be sentenced at a later date. We have created a timeline of events in our coverage of the Global Aquaponics scheme. You can see it with this story on KELOLAND.com.
Okay, thank you.